you. Give it all you got. Take your best shot. That's the only way to be GTEDC. Crank it up. Crank it up. Growing, you've been going GTE for such a long time. Long time. The power's gonna go above and beyond in your lifetime. Got to thrill 'em, got to kill 'em, GTE, 'cause now's the right time. Crank it up. Crank it up. And take it to the streets. You know what you've got to do. You got to crank it up and put it on the lines. You know all it takes is you. All it takes is to give it all you got. Take your best shot. That's the only way to be GTEGC. Crank it up. Crank it up. Crank it up.
VCR, party line. VCR, party line. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for a cassette that is our only home. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they find. VCR, party line. VCR, party line. Melinda's.
Oh, well, Melinda, here we are,
Hello.
VCR Party, episode 299, the year-end spectacular, the show where we watch VHS tapes. I'm Joe, there's Nick, there's George, there's Steve, and boy, it's been I haven't been in the office for like over a month now at this point.
It's been a long odyssey, but it's the new year, and you're back. How's it looking there?
Oh, we have so much stuff, so much wonderful bullshit has stacked up, Nick. It's like it's a fire hazard at this point. Look, we got lots of nice Christmas cards and letters. Somebody from the Netherlands sent us this nice photo.
Oh, whoa, a
look,
clown,
there's
a
lot going.
motorcycle.
Yeah, they sent
frog.
other nice things along. I mean, it's overwhelming. I got some new tapes, Explosive Barroom Tactics. I don't know if I showed that one already. Kiss My Face TV show number 211. We got that now, Nick.
Okay.
Here's the best thing that I think, not the best thing, I don't want to say the best, but like it's a really good thing that we got in St. Paul, in Minneapolis. Matt from St. Paul gave this to us. Look at this. Looks like a normal VHS tape, right?
Oh,
it's
yes.
made out of Legos. The whole thing is made out of Legos. Look at
And
that.
flip the top, the guard, yeah.
Yeah, look at it. It has the guard too.
And it's got stills from various found footage festival videos from over the years.
Now look at there's Redney, there's Harvey Sid.
Yeah,
there's
that was a
Chop and
cool gift.
Steel.
He handed it
Look
to
at
me, and I was like, "This is heavier than a normal tape." And
Yeah.
then, yeah.
Look at it. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's
that's
nice. That's
pretty-
going on the shelf behind me. You got anything cool, Nick?
I don't think so. Oh, somebody sent us this. This is a. Remember the Mystery Science Theater blooper tapes that they would advertise at the end of episodes? We got number 2 on VHS. So that. Looking forward to watching that.
Yeah, it could be good.
Yeah. But yeah, everything else I think was sent to the office. I was in there, and there's just boxes and boxes. So Happy New Year. This is the show where we watch VHS tapes. 13,000 of them are in the office. And tonight,
I already said all that.
usually our most watched episode of the year, where we try to decide what our best VHS find of 2023 is. So
There's some good ones. This was
It's
a
a
bumper
tough year.
crop of a year. There's a lot of stuff. I was going through so we'll show our honorable mentions, then we'll show our top 3s.
Yeah.
But my honorable mentions, I almost moved some of them into the top 3s because they're
I did
so
too.
good.
I thought I had in my head what I wanted. I made some last minute swap outs, and yeah, and we'll also let you vote. We're gonna post a poll on our Patreon after we show all the videos that are in contention, and you don't have to be a patron to do it, but you can head over to that later on at patreon.com/foundfootagefestival. And place your bet. We'll have a viewer pick as well, depending on it might be the same, might be different than what we pick.
Okay. And George and Steve, I trust that you had a good New Year. George, is there something wrong with your eyes? Is there something? Oh, you just had COVID, didn't you?
I still have COVID.
Oh, you still have COVID. That's okay.
This
that's
is
what's wrong with
George's
your eyes.
first bout as well, so not great timing.
Welcome to the team. Yeah.
That was fake.
Steve, did you have a good New Year?
Wonderful New Year.
Okay.
Great.
Good. Okay. Everybody had a good New Year. That's great. All right. Let's get into a Found Footage Festival classic.
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
It's the new year, and that means Frank Worley. We got to play some Frank Worley. He has a song for every single occasion, except birthdays. It turns out, no birthday
Weirdly,
songs.
yeah.
Yeah, but of course he has Auld Lang Syne. He did that one, and that one's really good. We found this one. Where did we find it? A thrift store in Milwaukee, and then we then we called a 1-800 number on here, and we got all like 20 tapes in the series, and man, they're just gold. Here's Auld Lang Syne, kicking things off. VCR Party, episode 299, rocking you through the midday with a little Frank Worley, Auld Lang Syne.
And a maudlin song about regret. Look at that Florida Seminoles jersey.
Oh.
You just see backs of people.
I know, exactly.
I love
With
the
a really
framing.
harsh light on everybody.
Yeah.
Just a floodlight on.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should
That's 2023.
old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne?
Watch Frank Rose here a little bit.
For old lang syne, my
Does he
dear.
cover up that
for
bright,
old
light?
Oh, growing a little bit. There he is.
We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
Kid's now driving.
Yeah, that's true.
My kid's now driving drunk.
Too many cups of kindness.
What's it? Good ending right here. Perfect
Yes.
ending. Yes.
Oh, it's
Oh,
a tradition.
Also, I like that they green screened him in front of a blank wall. They could have probably just found a blank wall, but
Well, that's in the house of Bill Porter, so they could have just gone from the garage where the green
Yeah.
screen was to
I
the
know.
house.
that's
But,
why
yeah,
they're the best.
they are. I love them. Yeah. All right. 2024 is officially here now.
Yep.
And Steve, some lucky person is selling out to you this week, right?
That is right. It is graydaystudio.com. It is an artist, Abigail Gray Sports, and she We'll do commissions. She has a ton of stuff in her art at her studio. Sorry, at the website. Off to a swimming start in this new year. Good.
First one of the year.
Yeah,
How about that?
we're off and running.
Make a wish.
The great part is I was like, today I'm going to have the directing. I'm going to have a great episode. I'm ready for it. I thought there's going to be
Don't
perfection.
ever tell yourself that.
Yeah, I
Don't
do.
ever. We like it better the other way.
I trick myself every time. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
going to be a good one. But yes, please go there, check it out, and give her some follows on TikTok as well as Instagram. And please support the Melindas that support us.
Tell me one more time. What does Grey Day Studio do? Graphic design, you say?
Artists, yeah.
Artist,
commissions
illustrator,
and
all
art.
that stuff. All right,
Exactly.
very cool.
I
Yes.
like the art. Cool
Yeah.
style.
Good stuff.
And Steve, you're still looking for new people to advertise on the show, correct?
I definitely am. Yes, and I'm running for the next month. I'm running a deal. If you don't care about what month you're in, I'm giving a discount. There's the word.
There we go.
All right. Well,
That'd be a
some
long
folks
show.
love
You
your
should be giving everybody a discount on this,
email
regardless of month.
at info@foundfootagefest.com. And this show is mostly supported by people at Patreon, but that little bit helps too every week. So thank you for that. For helping
George,
us keep going.
George, how's your brain? Like, you kind of look like you have like birds tweeting around your head right now.
All I can tell you is last Wednesday and Thursday, I wasn't entirely sure where I was.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. But now you know where you are.
I have clues.
Okay. Post-it notes and just
Right.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay.
All right. Well, let's name our first of the year awards. The production company Scimitar has been the gift that's kept on giving all year long. They've made hundreds of videos, and I've picked what I think is my favorite. Steve, play the intro. It was hard. This was a tough decision because literally, like every week, we've played at least one Scimitar video. So we had 52 to choose from. But I had to go with the video log. Do you remember this from the beginning of the year? It's a tape that was a promo for Musicland store Sam Goody's to carry Scimitar brand VHS tapes. So they had like little 1-minute promos for all of their tapes, and I thought most bang for your buck this year, and I picked what was my favorite collection. We're going to see a karate video and Curb Dogs, which is a skateboarding video.
Musicland Group is proud to present the Scimitar Video Sample Reel. See highlights from a few of the great special interest videos from Scimitar Entertainment. All available now at any Musicland, Sam Goody, or discount record store. Pick up your pen and make a list. Scimitar Entertainment is about to show you a few of their best.
Pick out the ones you might like to shoplift.
You are about to enter the challenging world of
NWA Straight Out
Karate
Compton.
Master.
I love a red gi.
Discover the artful
Yeah.
grace, the physical conditioning, the mental toughness,
The male pattern
the
baldness.
sheer power that is karate. Karate Master, beginning karate at its best. Taught by 2-time national champion Pat Worley and 4-time world champion Gordon Franks. Karate
Pat
Master
Worley.
takes you step by step through an
another Worley?
introductory level class.
Was he a Worley?
Learn
Yeah.
proper
We're
technique from
doubling up
Gordon
on
Franks.
Worleys already.
Block up with your high block, and then counter punch, reverse punch.
After watching Gordon, follow along with Pat Worley as he demonstrates with a class
Pat
of
Worley.
students. Each section is clearly titled for easy
It's
study
the
and
noise
review.
that goes with the
Karate
television.
Master teaches proper warm-up, technical form,
Like
and
improper
practical
to me.
application.
Come on, give us one more.
Yeah.
No.
Instead, we get an awesome.
Ain't nothing but a curb dog. Some more time. Ain't nothing but a curb dog. But just some more time.
I would have shoplifted that.
That sounds a lot like Pat's Dogs from Philadelphia.
Oh, by
Pat Stocks thing?
Cinderella?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Musicland Group hopes you enjoyed this sample video reel. Now take your list of great Scimitar releases and head over to your local Musicland, Sam Goody, or
So you've
Discount
made a
Record
list. I
store.
want Curb
We'll
Dogs.
have those movie releases
Karate
and more in
Master.
stock and at a great low price.
One of my biggest regrets is that I never got to shoplift from a Discount Records.
Yeah, I know.
Musicland, Sam Goody, shoplifted from them, but I wonder what it would have been like. Any of you guys ever shoplift from a Discount Records?
I don't think there was a Discount Records in Rhode Island, so no.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think there was one anywhere. I've never heard of that before seeing that reel. So, yeah.
I'm gonna in 2024. I'm gonna steal frames from a Shopko Optical. That's my plan.
Oh, do it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it. Their shoplifting team is crack. They will. Yeah.
They run a tight ship.
Yeah, they do. Anybody disagree with that? That felt like we kind of got a 2-for-1 there, and
Well, which one are you saying was the best, or are you saying both were the best?
well, that's from the same video. It was a reel of previews.
I see.
So that was an installment of Scimitar. That was my favorite of the year.
Is it? You think it's representative of Scimitar?
I think so. They're
you
both
think so?
special interest tapes. We got a little
Okay.
bit of 90s shredding with music, and then
Okay, I'll go along with it. I feel like you're the expert at Scimitar, so we leave it in your hands and we trust your judgment. We never
well,
question it.
you're the expert at the celebrity bullshit, though.
Yes.
So let's find out what
I
you
am.
had
Let's,
to say about.
Yeah, let's roll that. Yeah, it was a great year for celebrity bullshit. There was so much stuff, and I'm going to start off with I whittled it down to 3, and I have one favorite that I'm going to end it with. I think it's a clear favorite, but
Okay.
this first one, I like celebrity bullshit that comes in weird places, like so normally it's like a video, it's hosted by the celebrity. Well, this one they came out of nowhere. The celebrity came out of nowhere. It was a Zodiac video.
I don't remember.
I think you'll remember it.
Hi, I'm Michael Gross.
Famous Virgo personality. Oh wait. I screwed up that edit. The edit should not have gone there. But this is Taryn Noah Smith, a Safe Kids video.
All right, Kevin. Which one of those two strangers do you think Melissa should be careful of?
That's like the 911 question. It's easy. Obviously, the dirty, wino-looking guy leaning up against the wall. I mean, the guy in the suit looks friendly enough.
Okay, let's watch what happens.
Excuse me, little girl. You look like you live around here. My daughter lost her puppy. I'm sure it's somewhere nearby. Would you help me look for it?
I'm sorry, mister, but I don't know you.
I'll give you a reward.
I mean, speaking of weird green screen,
Yeah.
something just feels off with that.
No, I don't know
Shadows.
you. I don't want to go with you.
So he was the bad guy. I thought it was the other one.
Okay, so now here is yeah, I'll write that. That was number 3. Taryn Noah Smith was number 3. This is number 2. This one comes in a weird place.
Michael Jackson is a combination of odd quirkiness mixed in with a down-to-earth personal nature. This bony, magnetic superstar has spent a lifetime rehearsing and performing with 100% effort, growing and perfecting.
See, he's still talking about Michael Jackson, even though
Debbie
Debbie
Gibson
Gibson's.
comes up.
He's still talking about. Yeah,
All
it's
right.
confusing.
He's still talking about the bony magnetic superstar.
All right, hold on. We're not done talking about bony superstars. Hold on.
Every step of the way. His dance style has a peculiar mechanical touch bordering on robotics. Pee Wee Herman is an odd character with a variety of peculiar, quirky traits. This bony, awkward comedian uses simple-minded expressions but with a robotic style of motion.
Another robotic
He often makes bizarre gestures, displaying a peculiar manner of
Again, he's still talking about Pee Wee Herman, even though we're
Yeah.
seeh Bill Murray.
He's a fictional
Mechanical-
character. Wouldn't have a zodiac sign
Right.
necessarily, but yeah.
action.
All right, here's the number 1. This is
Yeah, I know this one.
Yeah, this one. This is another one where it came out of nowhere. It came out of a weird place. Like I wasn't expecting to see celebrities here, but then they just popped up. They're everywhere.
So the drill is designed for them to observe a bunch of faces, identify their bad guys, and separate them from the good guys or hostages. Report it between each other so that they understand who's who, and make up some sort of battle plan so that if they do have to address their targets, they can do it accurately.
Carlos Santana.
There's also the need to two sets of eyes are better than one.
I don't know who that is.
But one guy
Madonna, maybe.
doesn't pick up, maybe his partner has seen or it's caught his attention, what the circumstances are ahead of them.
So if they want to assassinate Yanni.
Right.
We're
only missing the Emo Phillips from the... I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to who they picked for that.
No.
What a year in celebrity bullshit.
Yeah, it was a good year.
I was hoping that'd be your number one, and I was not disappointed.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, that was an easy one. What else? Flying Windows?
I wanted to do Flying Windows, but we're back on the road. I wanted to mention this because January will be busy for us. We are, let's see, trying to share my screen here. Oh, yeah. So coming up, we just booked this show in Baltimore. Crypt Video, they do, they were at the Mahoning Drive-In VHS Fest. They have a lot of great merch and release VHS tapes. So they're doing a convention with VHS vendors. And then we're going to do a show there. And right after our show, The Thing is playing on the big screen. So it's the whole weekend, January 13th and 14th. Then we're doing this Pittsburgh and then Ohio tour, and then LA, San Francisco at Sketchfest.
Yeah,
that's going to be a big one.
That's a big one. Yeah.
Tucson's one of our favorite shows of the year, and we've never been to Tempe before, right? So
yeah, no, that'll be a first.
Yeah. So looking forward to that, and then we're going to be announcing other tour dates soon in our UK tour in April and things like that. So,
yeah, this is the Volume 10 tour. This is a good one. I'm happy with this, how this is shaping up. We keep adding stuff to it too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always a different show every time. Well, not completely different, but we add stuff to it.
Yeah, the tour dates are all on foundfootagefest.com, so check that out. But yeah, let's get into Flying Windows of the Year. This is another tough decision. This is the trope where in the 80s and 90s they would show previews of things that might be coming up in a video by having windows fly by. And, I mean, there's been a lot. Our viewer Wayne has counted them all. We'll be revealing the count at the end of 2023, what the count was.
She's not mad at us anymore then.
She's not mad. All is forgiven. But I think the most memorable one for me, and one we actually did a whole bonus episode on our Patreon on, was rugby karaoke. You remember this one?
Yes. See, I thought this would be a video of the year. I thought this had a strong chance to win. This was such a bizarre, batshit video.
It was, but like we could only show a very small portion of the weirdness on our YouTube show. We had to put the other stuff behind the paywall because there's just random, completely unnecessary nudity in it throughout.
Unnecessary?
There was an there.
Yeah. Okay.
But and also I noticed when going through, I made a slightly different edit this time. There was one part I didn't blur in the initial showing of this. Like, definitely were nipples.
Oh, really?
Screen, so,
we are the bad boys of YouTube.
Yep.
So YouTube.
Nobody noticed it yet. But all right, here's a slightly new edit. Hopefully, it caught all the bad parts. Oh, and by the way, the idea is this was bawdy rugby songs with the lyrics on screen so that you could sing along, and then naked ladies. So Flying Window right out of the gate.
Yep. Makes sense. Got it?
Yep. There's a baboon that turns into a lady eating banana.
Okay.
And lady with the clapboard.
Oh, action, yeah. Get your heart out, Steve Gilbert.
Crowd's going wild.
If I were the marrying kind, I thank the Lord I got her. The kind of man that
Just show Bush, like right there.
Oh, yeah.
If I was the marrying kind,
there's fannies right out of the gate.
But not British fannies.
No, British fannies.
Oh, but I thought you meant these.
If I was the marrying kind, I'd thank the Lord I
both
got
kinds of
her.
panties, actually.
The kind of man that I would be a rugby hooker.
All the way.
I'll be alright in the middle of the night, striking hard together.
If I was the marrying kind, I'd thank the Lord I got her. The kind of man that I would be a tight end forward.
All right, there's rugby karaoke.
That's video of the year.
Really?
We watched the full thing for EP. There's other parts where there's like a giraffe in the wild running.
Yeah.
Or they just take stock footage and they just
Yeah, it's footage of animals. Yeah, the whole thing is amazing. But yeah, it could have been eligible for video of the year. I had some tough decisions to make, but I thought definitely Flying Windows of the year for me.
Yeah, yep.
But should we get into the count? Wayne has counted all the flying windows since we started doing this segment.
Okay.
She gave us a new one. Let me find it.
What are we?
Okay, Flying Windows update. First one down on Table Rock Lake was in episode 117.
That was the first one ever. I remember that one.
All right, but let's go all the way down. That was almost 100.
Wow.
Look at all the way down. I mean,
Okay,
Riddles
most of
the Clown, I don't even remember.
1733.
I like these 165. Joe says don't count these because they're growing, but I'll count them.
Wow, thanks, Manny.
Dunn's Carpets had 7. Tony Robbins had 15.
Betty Gale Cooper goat tying 11 flips does not count.
What's a good number of flying windows to have? I feel
10,
like
I think, is a good.
You think 10? Yeah.
It's a good bar.
Yeah.
In a whole tape or just in like a row?
Look at 90 professional. I think just in a row.
No.
But yeah, 90 in professional plumbers. Those are the bubble windows.
It does not count Windows screensaver. Okay. Probably just omit it from the list then, but.
They're all. But look at. I mean, I'm having to scroll way down, way down, way down. Not.
You're 99.
But
Wayne's on the payroll, right? Fuddruckers commercial 3. Chantel's ready to write. What? She's on the payroll, right?
I didn't notice this. Well, she gets paid in burp coins. But look at Playboy Play My Workout. The moving images in the cube does not count as flying. Also, Gianna Tomasina, one of the hosts of the video, is one of the original Real Housewives of Orange County and was in a couple of ZZ Top videos. I'm just reading this now. Wow, Wayne, this is fantastic. Okay, so at the end of episode 298, we are up to 2,219 flying windows shown on this show.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Take a bow, everybody.
Oh, we did it.
Yeah.
Take a bow, Wayne.
Yeah, really,
take
Wayne.
a bow for counting all those. Remarkable. I'm exhausted just thinking about all those windows flying.
I like all the other fun fact tidbits that are in the parentheses after the.
You know what? I'll put that on our Patreon too. I think it'd be fun for people to browse through that.
Or to fact check and make sure that she got them all correct.
Sure. Yeah, that's what Wayne wants. Scrutiny on that list. But let's now get to our raviolis of the year.
Yep.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
So how you want to do this? You want to? I have like a montage of all my honorable mentions and some highlights.
Okay.
And then let's just share those first, huh? And then we dive into our top 3s.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I'll start with my honorable mentions. I think I put 4 of them in here that didn't quite make my top 3. Even now, I'm thinking about switching things around, but
yeah, I'm too.
I'm gonna stick with it. These are 4 that could have very easily made my top 3, but are not eligible for the official voting.
Oh yeah.
Hi, I'm Jack Drews, editor of American Fireworks.
Wow, this didn't make your top 3.
And I'm Dottie Drews, co-editor of American Fireworks News. Welcome to the Fireworks Video Magazine. Some pretty big things happen in our fireworks world each year.
Watch her face at
We'll
the
have
end.
a list of the really big events and tell you when to go, where to go, and who to contact. And we'll follow this up with a printed list of events to make it easy for you. Jack, do you remember the time we were filming the setup at the display and they had a shell that wouldn't fit the pipe and a loader did something so simple and easy to make it fit?
Oh, I sure do.
That's how our banter is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, cowboy butts.
This is just a tape labeled Cowboy Butts.
Yeah. It delivers.
I mean, this could have been video of the year for me. I don't know.
I think this is a perfect honorable mention.
Yeah.
Fireworks safety, though, I feel like that could have.
Yeah. Look at.
I'd like you to meet Maxine. She's wearing a human sweatshirt because it only makes sense that if humans can wear teddy bear sweatshirts, shouldn't a teddy bear be able to wear a human sweatshirt?
First, I'll introduce myself as if you haven't guessed. I'm the frog of Weeki Wachi Springs.
Pocahontas teach mermaid to be Indian? Never hear of such thing. Oh, please, please.
Fan fiction. Underwater.
If you wanna be an Indian maid, there are tribal laws to be obeyed. So listen close and you'll make the grade if you really wanna be an Indian maid.
This is Joey, and Joey wants to be a turtle. I thought, why not?
Yes.
Jennifer's back, and this time she wants to be a glamour puss. And voila, here's our glamour puss.
Here.
I mean, really, it is an impossible job. Every one you show, I'm like, nope, that's the new. That one should have been it.
Yeah.
It was an amazing year for videos. I remember partway through thinking that.
I really think you dropped the ball on Fireworks Video Magazine not being in your top 3. It almost makes me kind of mad that that doesn't have a chance to.
Well, I know, but it's like I didn't think it would win. So I think my 3 that I put in all have a chance of winning. So
what was the other fireworks video that you had maybe a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago? It was the woman in the
Close
warehouse.
proximity pyrotechnics, where 2 people dressed up as Halloween, and Sarah Lynn won actually for Halloween.
Was that in your top 3 that year, or did you have it? I think you might have had it.
You might have picked it. I think you picked it.
I think I did actually.
Medium corner written all over it.
Well, you know what? I guess for Volume 11 Found Footage Festival that we'll be touring, I don't know, next year.
2025.
Yeah. I think maybe there's a firework montage in there for sure.
Yeah, we have enough now.
Yeah.
And the thing that both fireworks tapes we've found so far have in common is it's a really exciting field, but they're really boring videos. So I just love that contrast. Anyway, those didn't make the cut. Joe, do you want to show your honorable mentions?
Yeah, these are my highlights and honorable mentions. All right, so this first one, wow, can't believe this one didn't make top 3. Do you remember How to Hit a Man 11 Times or More in 1 Second or Less? That was the actual full title of that one. It really had everything. It had misspellings. It had a bad audio. It had technical issues and a host that wasn't very good. It really, I feel like I could fight hard and get it in the top.
Yeah,
this could be a winner. I mean, like, look at the graphics even here.
It's hard to. We should have on a team of graphic designers one episode and just go and show the most questionable graphic design and have them evaluate why it doesn't work.
Right. Yeah. All right. Here we go. I mean, I don't think you need to be a graphic designer to know this doesn't work, but
it's fun to hear it from an expert.
Yeah.
The cover of your next video could have Group L behind it. Everything.
Yeah, Group L
on the cover.
Words on top of words.
Yeah.
Are going to be called centered stanzas from a non-assuming stance. Now, a centered stance is basically like this.
Remember the sorry low volume?
How is this not on your top 3?
I know. It only gets better. Hold on. It's just
okay. And I want to give you these four stages right now. Now, the first stage of competency is basically you're unaware of anything. So we call it unconscious incompetency. You don't even know it exists. Stage 2 is I'm conscious.
It'll take a while, people, okay?
All right, observe silence here because this part gets really good. He's on to stage 2, okay?
Competency, that means I know it exists. And then stage 3 is conscious competency, okay? And that means, stage 2 was unconscious incompetency, and stage 3 is conscious competency. So just go ahead and do it. Be like me, do it. Be like me, do it. Be like me, do it. That's what you need to do. Thank you very much for being here, and God bless you very much.
God bless you very much. I don't think that's the saying.
No.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. We got to do
cavity strikes. Oh, I want those.
We got to do God bless you very much at the end of the show. We had to add that one to the end. Needs one more. We haven't added one in a long time.
We should do one show that's just endings.
Yeah.
We just come on and do our Hello Melinda's, and then we're like,
Oh,
be
yeah.
right back right after that, and then straight into
The
an
whole
hour
show.
of, yeah.
All right. This one, do you remember Victory Video 1, the Exorcism video featuring
No.
the guy who kind of looks like Nick? All right. This is a radio host who.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In fairness, you think everybody kind of looks like me.
Well, I mean, look at this guy, for crying out loud.
Do you have any right to be there, spirit of little Linda? Do you? Do you? Look at me. Look at me, of little Linda. Say it, the spirit of little Linda. Say claims. Say claims. Come out, spirit of little Linda.
You do need to read my book In the Name of Satan, because in there you will see how I often command demons to be cast out.
So he's an exorcist, I guess, and he gets the demons out of them, but then he also tries to sell his book throughout the entire thing.
We isolate you totally by the word of God and by...
All right, so that was a really good one. This other one, so this is definitely not a contender, but I wanted to include this one because McKenna, we hired McKenna this year, who's Grub, also known as Grub Child, and she came on the payroll early in 2024. And one of the first things I ever had, there was a blank tape, and I just had her digitize it because, I don't know, something seemed interesting about it. And it was straight up porn. Like her day 3, it was straight up porn. And
I still think of McKenna as Grub Child. Like, I still think of her as that age. So that was
showing porn to Grub children.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. If we had an HR for VCR Party Found Footage Festival, I would have gotten called in for sure. But I didn't know that there was porn on this tape, just so you know. And that's what I would have told HR. But here's the non-porn parts from what McKenna digitized. I had to look at that guy for like 2 hours.
Harry Reeves.
A lot of that guy. Like a Japanese game
So how was your first day, McKenna? All right. So, it was a great year in Tedium too. I remember when I played this one, I thought that this could have been a contender. I remember just like, I think I had tears in my eyes by the end of this one. But Nick, I think it's mostly because you were so irritated by this one. The 40th anniversary of dancing.
You just kept pausing it and throwing it out. Like, look at that curtain. Look at the drapes.
Put a tiny transistor radio under his big 20-gallon hat.
Do you remember this? When she read this letter
Yeah,
from
I
David
remember
Barry,
this, yeah.
actor who played Candy.
Still remember it.
Yep.
He had it turned down real low, so only...
Then they had the 40th anniversary quiz.
On to the leprechauns. Who wrote the pilot for Rose for Lada? David Dortor. Very good.
Everybody knew it. David Dortor.
It's all right. Come on, everybody, turn to your corner.
What do you think that is? Like a Radisson Marriott, maybe?
Yeah, that's a pretty big conference room. I'd say Radisson.
Yeah.
Juvenile man left to the corner. Come back to the partner with a do-si-do.
Oh, okay. Also, Steve had a baby this year.
Yeah.
And I like to think that a big reason that the birth was so successful is in part because of me, because I played a lot of like birthing videos for Steve, and this particular one was pretty good.
Start with your face. Grimace and hold it tight. Raise your shoulders toward your ears and hold them there tightly.
Steve, that's the bed that you and your wife sleep on too, right?
Yeah,
Looks like
yeah.
an egg.
Still do.
I remember Liz being a little bit apprehensive at first, but then she really got into it around the third
You
or
have
fourth
to.
video.
I can't believe he called her Grimace. It's a little cruel, don't you think?
Start with your face. Grimace and hold it tight.
Start with your face, Grimace.
Raise your shoulders toward your ears and hold them there tightly. Use an external focal point. Pick a spot on the wall or an object around you, or use a picture and stare at it. Continue breathing slow and deep while you concentrate totally on the focal point.
Steve was concentrating on.
Steve, you know what? When I was putting this together, I didn't. Did you name a godfather for your kid?
We have not yet. No, we have not.
I have
We
two
have a
ideas.
contest.
One of them is a contest between
Yeah.
me, Nick, and George to be the godfather of the baby. The other one is maybe like it can be a Patreon thing. The highest patron
Oh yeah.
to pledge gets to be the godfather of your child.
Let me take this to Liz and let's see what happens.
Well, Steve, if Liz doesn't agree, do you think your nephew would come through for us?
Yeah, I think he would allow any of
We
you
could
to
be his godfather. Okay.
But in all seriousness, Steve, since you haven't done a godfather yet, can we do something where is there like legal stuff that you have to do to be a godfather?
Yeah, you have to fill out some forms with God.
Okay.
And that's it, really.
You literally just name somebody a godfather.
Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. Can we do that as a bit?
Sure.
Ask Liz. Talk to Liz about
Let's
it.
talk to Liz.
Okay. All right. So, it was a big year in aliens too. I really got into aliens. And then McKenna texted me and said, I found an alien autopsy video and they blur out the alien's genitals. So
You are watching the autopsy of what some say is an alien from outer space. Though silent, the 17-minute film is as dramatic as any science fiction.
That's not our pixelation at all. But then Reese from Australia emailed me and said, hey, I found the unpixelated version. Apparently in Australia you can play the unpixelated versions of
the genitals go the other way.
All right.
Exactly. Thriller to come out of Hollywood.
They flap around the other way.
Australians have become the first in the world to make up their own minds
See,
about
look at-
this potentially
So that's what we were missing out on.
Aliens were light
film.
years ahead in pubic hair styles too. They had advanced technology that we did not.
You know
possess.
what? I just realized, Nick, now that you said that, that's a landing strip, isn't it? Just like the aliens would have
they're
used.
trying to send us a message with their beef.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
It all comes full crop circle.
Well, I'm a believer.
All right. Also, it was a big year for filth. Lots of great filth came in. And this was one of my favorite regular segments we had. Steve, I owe you a big thank you for spotting this on the shelf. It was moist wound healing video.
Kind of hoping to forget about this segment.
Yeah.
And so it's nature. Relax, it's nature. And it was just a bunch of like how to deal with moist wounds. And
most watched episode of the year.
And you know what's most miraculous is that we never got flagged on any of those.
No, but you're certainly testing the waters.
And then last but not least, a highlight. This isn't, I wasn't going to put this in my top, but we watched our deposition videos closely this year, and Nick smacked his lips a lot. And we had some Melinda's mine the video for all of Nick's smacks, and here's just a handful of them. Well hydrated, but still smacking. So there we go. Those are my honorable mentions and my highlights for this year.
A couple of those could have been contenders.
I think How to Hit a Man 11 Times or More in 1 second or less.
That's your type of video too. It's tedious. The audio is bad. I mean, it's just got everything you want.
Did we not watch that for an EP? Because we
no,
should
but
watch
we
that for an EP.
Maybe this week. Yeah.
Okay.
Because this has jogged a lot of memories of stuff that we should go back and watch extended cuts from. All right, now let me get into my top three. Number three, this is a fairly recent find. This was a tape sent to me by David F. Lives in Queens, New York. It's called "What's Wrong with Christian Rock?" And the guy in here, his thesis is that all rock music is the work of Satan, even if they're saying things about God. Just the form of rock music is terrible. He also includes rap music, and I've included a couple new clips in this montage.
For 13 years, Jeff Godwin was a slave to rock music. After having his life totally transformed by Jesus Christ, God called him to the ministry of research, exposing the evils of rock and Christian rock.
Christian rock also.
I would have loved to have seen him when he was a slave to rock music, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
I think I'd prefer that Godwin.
Yeah.
Is full of witchcraft. And we're going to show you that Amy Grant is making not only the cornuto sign, but she is also doing a Wiccan moon sign. And right here is the Wiccan moon sign of Wiccan witchcraft. We'll show you proof of that. Next, her hand goes up slowly. The Wiccan sign disappears, and she's doing the cornuto devil salute.
Yep.
When Amy Grant wore a miniskirt, she went straight to number 1. Is that what it takes to make it?
Here's cornuto to thank.
How would you like to have those guys come play at your church next Sunday? What about Christian rap? Well, if Christian rock is wrong, then Christian rap is wrong too.
On a cross of wood, the crucified the Lord
really hates Tar Man.
And after he died.
So Jesus Christ is a gang member, is that right? We're going to talk about Stryper. One of these days, Stryper will surely break up. But even if they do, it doesn't matter. The damage they've done has reached across the generations. There are many magazines, CCM magazines, that offer for sale various T-shirts. In the top row, you have a Spuds MacKenzie type dog licking up a pool of vomit. Now, I don't know about you, but if I saw somebody walking down the street with a T-shirt on that had a dog licking up a pool of vomit, the first thing I'm going to think is, hey, a Christian.
I want to buy that off you.
The next example is a T-shirt that says, God wiser, this blood's for you.
Well,
Now,
admittedly
my question
funny.
to every Christian watching this right now is, how much is the blood of Christ worth to you? Is it worth a can of Budweiser beer?
Powerful.
Think about that. That's
Powerful.
powerful. I like it because it's an argument that really is a new one for me. Like I could see being mad at like cartoons even or even children's toys, but being corrupted by Christian music, I mean, that was a totally new one for me.
It doesn't seem like that's a fair trade-off either. Like the Christ's blood in exchange for a can of beer. I don't think that's what they're offering with the Godweiser shirt, right? It's not. That's not the exchange.
No, it's just a pun on Budweiser. Is all
Right,
you see.
right.
So,
Okay.
so that is a strong contender for me. I know
That's a good one.
I like religious stuff and especially wrong-headed religious stuff, and that ticks a lot of boxes for me. Plus, I have the funny T-shirts. I think we should actually make those.
Yeah, Godweisers. Yeah.
You should wear the Godweiser shirt, Joe, if you're in contention for Godfather of Elodie.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Steve, who's the front runner so far for Godfather of Elodie?
I'm going to go with Nick. He seems to want
Why?
the most.
Yes.
It just seems like he would, he's got a good relationship with God, and I think that, if something were to happen to me.
I was an altar boy. I got confirmed, so thank you, Steve. I appreciate that.
God, I gotta step it up. All right, here's my number 3. This is so home movies are always hard to come by. We have a lot of them, and they're usually just kids opening up birthday presents. They're super boring. But the Scherzy family, they found something fun to do with their camcorders. And Joby collects a lot of home movies. He's given us a lot. We started a corner this year with some of Joby's home movies, but really the Scherzys, I think they captured America's heart. And so I played one at Thanksgiving and then one at Christmas. We're going to watch just some selects from both of those videos. This is Scherzys home movies. And by the way, this guy is like a role model to me. Like this is what I aspire to.
Understandably.
Cooking without a shirt on.
Showed this video within 2 seconds. I thought it was you.
Thank you. Thank you. Smoking in the house while he's cooking, and listening to some like cool rockabilly music too.
Oh, diddly.
That's true. It's different. I would expect more like a ZZ Top or something.
Yeah.
You may not have to put any money down. If there's equity in your trade, that's right. You can walk right out.
Now, Nick, if you were going to the Scherzys for Thanksgiving, would you bring your own like tofurkey, or would you just trust that maybe he'd have some vegan options?
Oh, I definitely fend for myself.
Yeah,
like I do with my own family. Yes.
Well, you couldn't do the I had a late lunch though excuse.
No, because I'd be there the whole day watching the
Exactly.
Detroit Lions, etc. So yeah,
Right.
I would have had to. Yeah, no, I would just I'd eat beforehand as early as I could and fill myself up.
Yep.
Look at him.
I bet he's a hell of a cook, though. There it is, Scherzies.
It's good.
Yep. You know, like it kind of reminds me of Kirk's 40th birthday too, which is one of our first finds ever for Found Footage Festival. It felt like that watching this for the first time.
Yeah, it was a real discovery, and you say there's more too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
there's more that we haven't even watched. So
I can't wait. That's up there. I knew that would be up there. So the first video, another fairly recent find, it's from a hairdresser from California named Jose Iber. And it also asks a question like, what's wrong with Christian rock? This one answers, why do I call you sexy? I did a slightly new edit here. For this one, a very colorful character styling women's hair from the 80s. There's a lot to like here. And a great soundtrack.
Now, from the Maurice Jose Salon in Beverly Hills, the man who is known as the hairdresser to the stars.
Hello, darling. I'm Jose Hébert. This is Tanis. She's 29 years old. She's married. She works part-time.
Tanis?
You remember Tanis? I promised her to improve her sex life. Hope it worked. For you men who are watching, would you call this sexy? I do. This is Barney. She's in her mid-30s. She's divorced. She has a 6-year-old son. What can you do with this mop? I'm going to tell you right away. I call her sexy, wouldn't you? She's going to sell a lot of drinks. I call her real hot.
It's like a Nick Kroll character.
Are you?
Yeah, and I think just because he's so colorful and he's doing good things with their hair, he can get away with a lot of like insults. And yeah, I don't think most people.
40. She is.
I like how he manhandles.
When you call her sexy, you don't like to have your hair in your face, so you put barrettes in it. You're not 12 years old. There's a time where you have to give up barrettes. No more barrettes for Kim. No more barrettes for you, maybe. Brush it out. Brush it, brush it, brush it. Squeezing. Squeezing. Tuck. It's gone. I'm going to ask you to bend over, something that you have to do a lot. You can be as sexy and as beautiful as you always wanted to be. Right, ladies? Right! And that's why I call you sexy.
Oh, that's why.
And look, that tape's from 1983, and so that's also one of our earliest, that was early days of VHS, really. Like, I think 1981 was Jazzercise, so there weren't a lot of tapes out at that point, and that one was in good enough shape to digitize. It's now recorded for the history books, and I think it's one of my favorites of the year.
That's a good one. I would put Fireworks Video Magazine over that, though.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that should
agree to disagree, but yeah, that one's good too.
I liked it. It's fun to watch, but Fireworks Video Magazine. All right, my number 2, and last year, you remember what my number 2 was last year? No. It was the where is it? Oh, it's the it was the Bigfoot Society.
Oh yeah.
The conference 2001.
Yep.
That was my number 2. And my number 2 this year, I couldn't find the tape, but there are 2 tapes on it. It was Ohio's Abominable Snowman and Sasquatch, The Evidence Mounts. Both of them were taped off of public access TV or like a regional channel and sent to me on one tape. So both of these are up for, because it's on one tape, but both of them are, you know what I mean? Like it's not individually.
2 programs on one VHS.
On one tape. Since they were on one tape, they can be one thing. All right, and this lent itself to a lot of remixes and drawings and lots of good stuff. So here is the first one, Ohio's Abominable Snowman. And again, it ticks a lot of boxes for me. Amateurly done, bad audio, talking about a subject that I like, snowmen and Sasquatch. Great soundtrack.
I'm Don Keating, chairman of the Eastern Ohio Bigfoot Investigation Center in Cumberstown, Ohio.
So this is the actual footage that he caught a Sasquatch on the tape. You see it? He shows it like 15 more times.
It's
I only
clear.
played it a few times. You see it though?
Yep.
Clear as day.
Yep.
Famously all-white Sasquatch.
Not long after.
Okay, and then he's out here talking. You remember this part where there were a lot of flies out there while he was talking? Yep.
The expedition
One on his cheek now,
in
it's
early
not a
August of
mark.
1992. In fact, I decided to roam around the area and see what type of natural resources were available for any animals that were in the area. You gotta excuse me for that. The bugs are really nasty out here right now. The investigation continues for the Ohio abominable snowman, which may be roaming the
Tried to
woods
do it.
as we speak.
The jerk there.
Along with yourself. And the second
All right, then there's a person in the background here who didn't realize that they were taping this part, and watch her slink away.
footage of April 8th, 1995.
Wait, could she be an abominable snowman? And they don't even know it?
It's possible. It's right under their noses.
She's blending into the. I can barely see her. She's blending into the environment.
All right, watch how she sneaks out, just completely undetected. You can't even see her.
And all 7 swear and tell the same story. This does not lend credence to the possibility of a hoax.
No, it doesn't. And I can assure you that if I were to hoax something, I, in all likelihood, would make it a lot better.
See, that's like the Patterson
Very good point.
Gimlin footage. They should slow that down frame by frame, and really, try to stabilize it,
I think this is the part that's really going to push this one over the edge. I think this one has a real chance of winning just on the story alone. Do you remember this one? You remember the story he tells
I remember
here?
thinking this guy looked like Michael Moore, but that's all I remember.
Okay.
Tell me about the fish story, the fish sandwich story.
Yeah, it was a McDonald's fish, filet of fish wrapper down on the muddy lane. And Betty, make a long story short, she took a picture in this vicinity where we heard it's like a little, something walking like a small animal. And she took a picture and it shows this little entity in goldenrod looking at the fillet of fish wrapper like, well, I like to have some of that fillet of fish because you could still smell the fillet of fish. It must have been a fresh fish wrapper.
This is the long story short.
Nick, please don't step on the line because I'm going to have to back it up a little bit. Because it must have been a fresh filet of fish wrapper.
Right.
That.
Goldenrod looking at the fillet of fish wrapper like, well, I like to have some of that fillet of fish because you could still smell the fillet of fish. It must have been a fresh fish wrapper. Somebody must have threw it away earlier that day.
All right, so here's part 2. This is Sasquatch: The Evidence Mounts, and.
Hi, I'm Don Keating, Director of the Eastern Ohio Bigfoot Investigation Center in Newcomerstown, Ohio.
I wish the flies were still on them.
I know.
On that call was a 12-year-old's startled voice who told me about a sighting of which he had just encountered.
So he's talking about, you remember this? He's talking about a 12-year-old boy who called him up to tell him about a Bigfoot encounter. He's kicking the show off with this phone call.
And is that a Renewsit on to the left of the painting?
Oh, it is a Renewsit. See, that's how great this video is. It's so layered. I never even noticed that Renewsit right next to that.
I forgot those even existed. It was, like, what is that?
Yes, it's a Renewsit. Yes, video keeps getting better.
1 hour and 20 minutes prior.
I'm out in the woods.
I added the
squirrels.
subtitles.
I seen a couple. Then after that, I waited about 15 minutes. I seen a rabbit run out of there. And I heard something tramping. I thought it was a deer or something. And something, I seen it white. It was about like 15 yards from me or less than that. And it came about a little bit closer to me.
Richard, tell me about that fateful May day. You were with 2 other researchers, Kevin Curry and Terry Maxwell, when you were traveling down this road.
Long version of the fillet of fish story.
Don't spare Eddie. Yeah.
Behind us, you saw 2 bipedal entities.
Yeah, then I was here, and I walked down here, and that's where I saw them individuals.
These 2 individuals that you saw walking down here, the bipedal entities, were dark in nature. What did these bipedal entities look like, their height, their color, etc., and how was their gait?
Well, I didn't really see them walking. I did see them because I was driving yet, and other than that, that's all I can vaguely. It's been a while.
Frightening.
Yeah.
Have you all ever
I like
had
that
any
Michael Moore
encounters?
never once looked at him. Like, he was just so straight ahead. And the guy was focused on him.
I wonder if the Michael Moore guy might actually be a Yeti in disguise, and he's like getting the inside scoop. I don't know, just another theory.
Undercover Yeti, yeah.
Everyone's a Yeti. That's
undercover Yeti. What if this whole show's produced by Yetis to throw everybody off the path?
Interesting theory.
I did see him because I was driving yet, and other than that, that's all I can vaguely. It's been a while ever since.
Frightening.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever had any encounters out in this particular location before?
No. I haven't.
All right. So then this is the ending, but then on this tape just kept getting better. Look at the commercial that interrupts the ending of Sasquatch: The Evidence Mounts.
From the back of my closet. I actually look forward to getting dressed in the morning. Vein solution.
It ends with a Vein Solutions commercial. Tape really has it all. There's a lot there.
It's a good tape.
Yeah, we watched it for EP. We watched both of them for EP, and they were both so good. And yeah, we had a Melinda who did a remix of the song that was my favorite song of the year.
Oh yeah, that was a great remix.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention with the Jose Hebert guy, Bobcat Goldthwait messaged us and said that he would always get mistaken for that guy in the 80s. Because I guess they both had like long hair, ponytails, and would wear hats like that. So
okay, I could see
he
that.
constantly would get stopped by people who thought he was a flamboyant hairdresser.
Okay, going into number one so far, George and Steve, what do you think? Like, what are the strongest ones so far?
I think they're all strong. I think the party makeup video, I think that one is probably the one that's been most underrated by you guys. That one is so strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't
Turtle
know.
Warrior. Wow. Yeah.
Wait, was that one an honorable mention though?
It was. Yeah.
Okay.
But it just feels like everyone's just kind of going right past it.
What are Melinda saying? Are Melinda saying anything? Like, are they agreeing with it so far? Are you?
I think they're talking about each video again as they watch it. At least the ones I've been seeing it, not talking about it as a what should be video of the year.
Got it.
I still think why do I call you sexy is the video most likely to get a zillion views if you were to post it, but then get like 100 times that many views when somebody else, some other Instagram entity
steals it from us.
Yeah,
it did kind of blow up. I posted like a minute from it, and it went big. But yeah, that's probably been like retro 80s. Instagram has posted it and has 1.2 million.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my number one is not a surprise. We first met this woman pouring dry ice into a jack-o'-lantern about making Halloween special. Then we found out she hosted a Dutch oven cooking video from Lodge. And then this year, there's been a bumper crop of videos by her, four, in fact, new tapes. One about Christmas, and then three by a company called Deco Art. And so I put the three Deco Arts together. I disqualified her Christmas one because it wasn't part of the same series. But Diane Thomas is my pick for video of the year. She's a crafting guru, and her crafts are all unique. She has a specific way of talking and being a presenter, and she seems like a lovely woman. And for those reasons, Diane Thomas has my pick for video of the year 2023.
Also, the way she spells her name.
Yeah, with no E at the end.
No E at the end.
Perhaps you've seen me on NBC's Today Show or ABC's Home Show. Actually, I'm really known as the Dry Ice Queen. Now, the udders go on. This is a rubber glove. You can buy these at a drugstore, maybe even a craft store. You fill that with milk. I poked a hole right here and put the udders through. So you can see, you may want to go till they milk a half a cup, or they can have a race of doing this. I mean, pretty soon you get real good. It does milk just like a cow. So if you want to have a fun Western party, you're all set. And then they can also have the oranges when you get through. So get well soon. That means a whole lot more, and you can go ahead and sign it. I have a friend named John, and he is a whale of a friend. We've got the ocean here all ready to go. have we got a party? Can you imagine having this right in the middle and the fog moving out across? You have a plate each place. I mean, people have to blow their fog away to see what they have on their plates. All of the little treats for the kids hang off from his belt, so they get to take one off the belt. Trick-or-treat belt. Put a few feathers down along here. We'll just put a nice stripe of glue along here and just bounce a couple of feathers along the side of it. As you can see in just minutes, we have Mrs. Duck to go along with Mr. Duck. And I'll tell you, they can quack all the way to whatever Easter party you have. I'm going to take this fish and actually make these...
You have Mr. Duck and Mrs. Duck, and I tell you, they're going to quack all the way to any Easter party you might have. And then this one, when I started watching this one, which is Can Do Crafts for Adults, I was just like, why is there a fish on the table?
Yeah.
And we soon find out, I don't know that it was worth the fish's life, but you tell me.
I'm going to take this fish and actually make these prints that you see on these towels over here. I mean, if you've wanted to have a perfect fish, you just go to the store and buy one. We'll come back over this side with some more, kind of mix that in so they mix together. Kind of a red and a pink. Just lay that down, and then you begin pressing that. Well, I guess the time has come to open it up and see how we're doing.
It's beautiful.
It turned out just great. You can see the eyes. There we go.
It'll look great on the beach.
Have fun with your fish.
Have fun with your fish.
She's good. She's
And they had the line on your the ship on your steamy sea.
The steamy sea. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's just a quick update. Somebody went as all of Diane Thomas's creations, the whale of the friend, put his head as the whale for our Halloween costume. But Bill Mancuso, who is a toy designer and gave us that great maquette of the Saturday Morning Gang.
Oh yeah.
That's in the office. He sent this to us. I got this in the office last week. This is plastic, but Steve, can you put this on a full shot? This is an exact replica of the Get Well Soon oranges.
Oh no! Wow.
It's made of plastic. You can see on the bottom, but it's perfect. It's got the orange rind skin to it, and this is on my desk now. Get Well Soon.
That is a work of
oranges.
art.
So thank you, Bill, for this Christmas gift.
No, I love Diane. Diane, she I've said it before. She talks like Dr. Steve Brule.
Yeah,
like her delivery, and I feel like she can't get herself to stop when she's, because I get that sometimes where I'm just like, I start rambling and then I'm just like, how do I get myself to stop this sentence? I think she has trouble with that too sometimes.
Yeah, so that's why a whole video ends with "Have fun with your fish," because I was just like as good as ending as any. So
exactly. So, but I have a question though.
Yeah,
it's Diane Thomas. It's like 4 videos here. Like
that's
when
3, yeah.
Well, 3 videos. So then
Yeah.
what do we do? Like we hold up 3 videos. Like this is the video of the year, and you hold up 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Deco Art Video Collection, so I think you could say the Diane Thomas Deco Art Video. If I had to pick one, I'd go with the fish video, which is a Can Do Crafts for Adults.
I mean, I almost feel like you do have to pick one. It has to be like this is the video that won this year. You know what I mean? It can't be Diane Thomas wins this year. It has to be
I will say
video.
this collection of videos has gotten the biggest reaction thus far from the Melindas, but I think in that I would say the fish part of it is the biggest one. So
I think that's where things really go off the rails, but you kind of do need the other clips to set it up, the milk, the cow and everything. But yeah, I guess I would go with Can Do Crafts for Adults. I'll pick that video, the fish towel.
That's gonna be the fish towel
That's
one.
what I'm entering as my video of the year. Yeah.
Okay, it's a strong one. All right, my number one. So this was just a long time in the making. This is like, I think it's like 2018, 2019 or so. We reached out to the guy who made the Video Mates video, the video dating service. We played this video before. We played it maybe like 13 years ago. David Cross gave it to us, and it's a bunch of guys that get 90 seconds each, and they're trying to find potential mates. And there's the guy with the sweater, and then there's the Viking guy, and then there was that hunk guy. And
our edit has been stolen many times and posted on more popular.
Absolutely, but we did get millions of views from this one that we uploaded it, and I think it was like 2019. It's been about 5 years. Somebody reached out and said, "Hey, I know the guy who made this video." I reached out to him and became pals with him, and we had heard a rumor that he made the version for women, and I asked him about it. He's like, "Yeah, I did, but I didn't distribute it. I have it just on a beta tape, and it's in my storage locker." And he's in Los Angeles. And so I hounded this guy for about 5 years. Finally, this was the year that I got the Video Mates version for women, but by women, like seeking men, I believe. So anyway, it was not easy to get. We finally got it on beta, and here are some highlights from that video.
I'm looking for someone who's looking for me. Someone to love me.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I live in the West End Valley. Pardon me.
Hi, I'm Jana. I'm looking for...
A birthday party?
A large cake.
I'm not sure.
Hello, my name is Ellen. Some people call me sexy. Others say I'm sensuous.
Oh, I live under a mountain or on a mountain. Under a mountain, walk up the mountain.
Stable, honest, and a positive thinker would be a joy. I'm looking for a man, not a boy.
I have 2 cats.
And my goal in life is to have my own religion.
One who is charming, personable, doesn't smoke in my face.
I don't like McDonald's, so forget about that.
Someone that's clean. Be clean, you know? And it would be a big plus if he has his own religion.
My date was lighting my cigarette and in the process caught my acrylic nail on fire.
I am looking for a passionate yet permanent romance within the guidelines of safe dating practices.
Masterful.
Well, I gotta go now, but keep in touch, okay? Bye. That's it.
Yeah, Robin.
There it is. Yeah, 5 years in the making. Finally got the tape. And we've barely even explored it. We haven't done an EP with this one yet. That's just the highlights from that video. And but yeah, we got to make a meal out of that. We got to do an EP. We got to bring people on to watch this one with us. And
yeah, and some folks on the Patreon, I think, had an idea too, where we would have something where we'd match it up with the video dating guys. We like do a matchmaking game and pick who would be good for each other.
I think that would be great. I think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my number one. I just, because that video was just legendary. We didn't even know that video existed, and finally we got it, and it didn't disappoint.
Through a lot of hard work, and yeah, and it was just as good as the guy one, which is the thing we didn't know, and it's it currently is in our Volume 10 show, an extended cut of that. So if you see us on the road, you'll see new edits of that.
Can you do an expansion pack of for Dream Crush with all of those people?
That would be fun.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's some money in your pocket, Nick.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Take it out of the hellhole.
I think that'll do it. Yeah, my middling board game. I think an expansion. I think it's the right time. Well, George and Steve, you've been awfully quiet. Do you have any?
Well, wait a second.
Dark horse. Well, all right, we're running low on time here, but
what? So, are we going to post that right now so that we can see the results come in real time?
No, because
we did that last year.
Yeah, I will, but we need some wild card entries, and that's why I want to see.
That's what I'm saying. Post it now on Patreon so that people can go there and start clicking on it, and then while they're showing their dark horse entries.
Oh, I see. Post it now. Okay.
Yeah, post it now.
That'll give away what their dark horses are.
Oh, they're in contention for.
I'd like them to show. Yeah, these are wild cards that could win. So, Steve, why don't you start off with a wild card that we didn't pick that you think should be up for Video of the Year?
I mean, this is one of my favorite videos of the year. It's public access, which is some of the stuff I like the most. And I liked it so much, I went for it as Halloween. And there's just so much going on, whether it's the background, whether it's the story, and like the two hosts are absolutely amazing. Here it is. It is Vermont Public Access's It's News to Us.
Yeah. This was early. I forgot about
everybody. Welcome to a new show. It's News to Us. This is your host, Steve Merrill. I'm
just right off the bat.
Co-host, I guess,
my name is
Billis.
Steve Miller.
We'd like to say this is our second episode. We hope you saw the first one, because if you didn't, we're coming to your house and I'm going to cane you. In the meantime, here's the host.
Okay, we're back. This is basically it's kind of a general purpose news show for stuff from Vermont topics, national topics, and international topics. To be notified before large-scale pesticide spraying operations commence on lands at least a quarter of a mile away. It doesn't say they're going to stop them from paying pesticides.
No, but they'd like to know where they are.
Yeah, great.
Fine. No problem. As long as we can manipulate the numbers.
Yeah, we can manipulate the numbers. It's funny that they mention here, tritium.
Well, it works like this, man. They flop a coin and say, today, squirrel, tomato, hair pie.
Oh, man. We'll cut that out.
Hair pie. No, I didn't say nothing bad.
Okay. All right. So anyways, let's see. What did she have for pets? I forget the guy's name. Oh, what was that idiot's name that kidnapped her?
I have to, it's probably in there. I just forget myself.
No, it isn't. Damn it. But anyways, that's it for this week's episode of It's News to Us.
Oh, I feel like I can fit right in.
Remember,
If they
when
need
the
a
news
third
breaks, we fix it.
Absolutely. Get the duct tape out.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye.
The hand comes out of nowhere. There's a bee is devouring something. Oh, I thought it was Steve Miller. Steve Merrill.
So, but when I played that initially, somebody had sent that clip to me, saying that the guy on the right was like, I think he was murdered or something.
That was
like
my
that.
recollection.
Yeah, I think it was the guy on the right had been murdered. The guy who you couldn't see through. The guy who was opaque.
Charlie.
He was the one. Yeah. He was the one who was murdered. And so, yeah. But so there's a dark story to this, and Steve, that's a good one. The only problem with that is that we don't have that actual physical tape. I feel like if it wins, we need to have the physical tape. If you can track it down, Steve, then
check the evidence locker in that guy's murder. Maybe they have they have it on Beta SP. Yeah.
All right, George, your wild card.
So this was a McKenna edit of a computer help VHS. I'm just going to show a little bit of it. I mean, the deal was Steve and I had to find things you didn't nominate, and you guys got the best stuff. But this was a great edit, great selection by McKenna. Let me just get to the craziest part. The where this person's worried about becoming a computer programmer, I think, and
just using the computer.
And this is everything I love about VHS.
What if I do something wrong?
Look what he did.
So we can find heads.
Oh yeah.
Like all the painting.
This sort of Amiga level.
Yeah, early computer graphics.
I wish you were here, Ada. May I offer you some shelter from the storm? But how?
I mean, even
You
in
called for me.
context,
How could I refuse
this
to
doesn't make
respond?
any sense.
Yeah.
A computer is a tool,
Oh yeah, this
like a knife, a wrench, a
Beginning of
parasol,
amazing stories.
a teacup, or any item made to make our lives easier. But computers seem to work by magic. There are trackballs and something called a mouse,
No.
Not vegan.
which, no, you don't have to have a trap for.
Okay. So that's just part of McKenna's masterful edit, and that's like an early edit, right?
That's her first edit ever, I believe.
Amazing.
I feel like that's what she cut her teeth on. Yeah. So yes, and I mean, I'm especially happy that she stuck around after that porno that she digitized, and then she went on to edit great things like that. So
very grateful.
Yeah.
Okay, I think those are both good sort of spoiler picks, and I want to share that now on our Patreon. You don't have to be a patron, but here you can vote now for the 2023 VHS Find of the Year. We got the Scherzies, What's Wrong with Christian Rock, Ohio's Abominable Snowman, and Sasquatch the Evidence Mounts. Why Do I Call You Sexy? It's news to us. Diane Thomas, Deco Art, and Video Mate Women's Edition, and Computer Symposium. So place your vote. We will start sharing in real time. But let's get to cyber videos, shall we?
Wait, Stephen George, what do you think? Who do you think should be the winner? I mean,
Yeah, you
I
can
think
try to influence the.
Your number
Like-
ones are both the best in terms, to me, of if it was Diane Thomas. I don't know if the watermelon ocean thing. That's my favorite video maybe that you've ever had. That's the one where I thought I was
Let's
losing
Party.
my mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that video mates, I see that. It's gonna be there's gonna be millions and millions of people ripping it off of you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's
I love it.
amazing.
Yeah.
I agree everything George says. The one other one that I'm going to throw out is the Jersey home movies.
Yeah.
It was
Baby in Turkey. It doesn't get better than that.
Well, also,
it's pure gummo.
I mean, I think from like if I'm going to put it into fantasy football terms, it's like the tight end, because I feel like the home movies are like the tight end. Once you say like there's not a lot of great ones, but when you find one and you have one, like it's pretty powerful when you get a really good home movie, because they're so rare.
Jerseys is like the Travis Kelce.
Yes. There you go.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into cyber videos. We got to pick a best one of those of the year too. So play the intro, Steve. All right, these are the internet videos that we find not on VHS or physical media, and I thought about there's one about a news report about the hot dog women of Florida that I thought about, but really,
vaguely remember that.
Yeah, it's like they wear thongs and sell hot dogs to perverts on the side of the road, and I thought about that. But you know, this year, I think 2023, last year, for us is about amplifying the voices of women weirdos, not degrading them through hot dog thongs. So I think we have a weirdo woman with Diane Thomas. We have a lot of weirdo women with video dating as our number ones anyway. So I went in a different direction, and I chose my best cyber video we played last year. Nep sent this to me. It's a web video called Pizza Burnin'.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember this one. Yeah, this is
high quality.
I don't want my pizza burning. I walk the mile. I smell it burning.
Is this Weird Al Yankovic, Nick?
All I want is
Yankovic.
pizzeria.
Usually the stove's full about, I don't know, 6 to 8 feet away from the wall.
This is masterful.
It's
Masterful.
Yeah.
I don't want my pizza burning. Is it cooked enough? Is it good enough? Is it big enough? I'm not too full to move. Put me out of misery.
Audio quality is fantastic. Animation is
It's got it all. How many views do they have?
I'll look at it.
Are we talking millions or billions?
Well, it should have billions, but
That's beautiful.
I
Precious.
don't think it has that many. So, yeah, I don't want my pizza burning. Thanks to Nep. Apparently, it did make the rounds many years ago, but I had never seen it. So,
Over or under 100,000, would you say?
Probably over, I'm going to say.
Okay, all right.
But
Still
I don't
good.
know.
I've
I
never
don't
seen
know.
it before, so
Yeah.
that's a good one. I'm going to play two. So, yes, Weirdo Women. I have a Weirdo Woman that George sent me. It's a public access show. I don't know where it's from. It was just this clip of it's a religious talk show. It's called Night Talk, and she takes calls, but she smartly doesn't put the calls over the airwaves. You know, she just has a conversation with them, which isn't the best television because you just mostly watch her listen. She does a lot of listening. But anyway, the way that she handles this, so this is I don't show a lot of cyber videos, but I played this one when George sent it to me. I had it as a tedium corner, and I had to edit it down. I think it's funnier if it's more tedious, but here's just
Night Talk, precious. That's loving one another, folks.
I don't remember this.
Doctor, hi, I'm sorry. This is Night Talk, and this is Phyllis. Uh-huh.
It goes on for a long time. You watch her writing this down.
Is she doing the Bob Newhart bit where you
Okay.
only hear his side of it?
Hello? Hi, so, are you still with me? Okay.
Another long.
You know, I went ahead and took that call, but I want you to know that I recognized your voice. I knew you were put on from the time you first started talking, but you know, I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt, and I recognize your voice every time you call, and I just want you to know that Jesus loves you, and Channel 42 loves you, and that's what we're all about. But the pornographic message at the end of your call, God heard that, and I want you to know that when you get my age, you can't be shocked, okay? So you didn't shock me. I will remember him when he calls back. Hi, this is Phyllis, and this is Night Talk. You're not Jesus of Nazareth, because Jesus of Nazareth is sitting on the right hand of the Father.
Hi, this is Jesus of Nazareth calling.
Okay.
Can
Yeah.
imagine the other side of that.
So that was my favorite cyber video.
Good one.
But I got to play my favorite Two Sides of Daniel Songer, 45 seconds. Songer I get to do once a month, and this was hands down my favorite. So
Two Sides of Daniel Songer. Side 1.
Follow his commandments. Live your life in giving worship and praise to God, your Father, and live your life for the people by the commandment of Jesus is to love one another. And that right there, my friend, will keep you alive.
Side 2.
And it was looking like a 10-inch. Man, it's like it's a real huge eruption, man. It's like, whoa, what is in my shorts? Something has got it going on. It's rising to the top, the big 10-inch.
This has been Two Sides of Daniel Songer.
Well, there's a new contender then for Godfather, I think.
Oh, yes. Songer? Yes.
One if I live, yep.
Yes. All right. Yeah, thanks to Tim Herod, host of Bastard Tapes, for putting together all my Songers. That was my favorite one. So those are my cyber videos.
Okay, let's go, Steve. What do you have?
Wait. We did 2. We have 2 left. Can we check in on the Patreon just to see where we're at?
Yeah.
Right
Yep. Let me do a reload on that. And okay, if you know, people don't watch, I'm always asking, how can we get more people to watch the show? While Joe's usually asking, how can we alienate more people? And I think one way would be for you to share this episode, because it has everything. It's got tedium, it's got excitement, it's got some sexy stuff, and it also has me trying to move it along and Joe trying to drag it out more. So it really does have.
I've given the
anything you
people
want.
what they want. They
Yep.
want more drag outs.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
all right, let's see where the standings are currently. All right, everybody's got a couple of votes. Oh, it's close. Diane Thomas with 43% right now.
Oh, wow.
Video Mate Women's Edition's at 31. But
Anything
yeah,
could change. It's early.
Jersey's is up
10%.
there.
Yeah.
But it's still early. That's 77 votes already. So
And then
yeah.
we'll make the official declaration. Is it?
We will decide. I think we decide at the end of this episode, and then next week we'll reveal what the Melinda pick is.
Oh, okay.
So I
All
think
right.
we need to choose amongst ourselves what video of the year is at the end of this episode.
Is that how we did it last year? I
yep.
think we went with Melinda's last year.
Did we?
Because remember, it was so close.
Oh.
It was like 39% to 38% Sin of the City, and we went with what they chose.
Oh, with us, we just like when we did a vote and then.
Well, I mean, you and I have already said what we think are the
Yes.
number 1 videos of the year.
So Steve
you know?
and George could weigh in, and then
Well,
we could determine that way what our pick is.
Yeah, but I think that we just let the Melindas decide last
Oh, okay.
year. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that. We'll put it up to you. We'll close the voting at 5 o'clock next Tuesday Eastern Time, so you have until then. But let's see what Steve's cyber video is this year.
It's going to be a Jock Sham of the year, and here's my intro.
It's a jock sham, jock sham, jock sham, jock sham. Boring you with a signature drawl. It's a jock sham, jock sham, jock sham, jock sham. This rap is done, now it's over to you.
Okay.
So I chose a jock sham that was my favorite. It was one shot. I think it might have only been one take. They filmed with kids, not a good idea. Numerous times they, I think, encouraged kids to have different answers one point, and then at the very end, half the kids yelled yes, and I think a lot of the kids yelled no, which was a question of, do you want to join this thing? And they shouldn't have been doing that. But altogether, it just made for a great jock sham. Here we go.
I like me. And I don't take drugs because...
I'm here with members of Artie's Army. That's alcohol drug abuse really destroys you. It's a fun program that encourages kindergarten through 5th grade kids to feel good about themselves, fight peer pressure, and build self-esteem. If your school or youth organization wants to start its own program, call this number for your Artie's Kid Kit.
Oh, in Aardvark.
Yep. Half the kids yell yes, and a few kids yell no, not to call the number. So, and every time I watch it, there's something new. The kids in the background fanning themselves. It's really
the smooth jazz in the background. Who is the athlete?
Dave Cowens. He's a former Celtic. Ex-Celtic.
Okay, and he was slouching too. He's just kind of hunched over. Yeah. Yeah.
George, what did you pick for Cyber Video of the Year?
It's my edit of a supercut of 5 Weekly World News tabloid commercials that I picked it because it was the one that you guys, of all the things I showed this year, this is the one you guys laughed the hardest at. So
I forgot it already.
Yeah.
World News is one extraordinary story after another.
Oh!
Weekly World News this week. Woman pregnant for 61 years.
And I thought 9 months was long.
Preacher reads with glass eye.
Let me see that.
Judge orders man to marry.
Or go to jail.
Dwarf parents have world's first dwarf twins. Weekly World News. 4-year-old Superboy saves dad. Gutsy grandpa hammers armed thugs.
Wow.
This week and every week from all over the world.
Gutsy
Weekly
grandpa.
World News. The more you read it, the more you get involved. Weekly World News is one extraordinary story after another.
Wow.
Weekly World News this week. Mom and daughter died together.
3 hours later, they came back to life.
Wife locked in desert dungeon.
By her vengeful husband.
3 puppies save child.
Freezing to death.
Millionaire dumps wife to become priest. Weekly World News. How Asian gals snare American hubbies. Whaling ship harpoons sea monster. This week and every week from all over the world. Weekly World News. The more you read it, the more you get involved. Weekly World News is one extraordinary story after another. Wow! Weekly World News this week. World's oldest man takes a bride.
She wants lots of babies?
Men trapped 3 days in a freezer.
That gives me the chills.
Teen runaway becomes a princess.
A real-life Cinderella.
Possessed man begs for exorcism. Weekly World News. Did a computer goof kill Granny? Mom hits record jackpot.
With her last 50 cents.
This week and every week from all over the world. Weekly World News. The more you read it, the more you get involved.
I want to have the power to be able to
Weekly World News.
To be able to like put a curse on Nick that every time you read, you always do like that guy does. Like you can't read anything without reacting over the top to it. Yeah, so I'm going to work on that. Make an elixir.
Something to shoot for in 2024.
Yeah.
Is one extraordinary story after another. Wow. Weekly World News this week. The incredible shrinking woman.
She looks like a tiny doll.
Civil War soldier travels in time.
To 1985?
Dog saves master from quicksand death.
Attaboy.
Bride vanishes as shot cubby watches. Weekly World News. Man suicide lead squashes tourist. Hero driver saves runaway school bus.
No brakes.
This week and every week from all over the world. Weekly World News. The more you read it, the more you get involved. Weekly World News is one extraordinary story after another.
Wow.
Weekly World News this week. 5,000 bodies disappear from graveyard.
It's the devil's work.
Judge orders wife to cook.
Or go to jail?
Mom's ghost rescues son.
She pulled him from a well.
Bionic leg attacks inventor. Weekly World News. Brave dog saves 300 lambs. Navy races UFO from ocean floor.
Wow.
This week and every week from all over the world. Weekly World News. The more you read it, the more you get involved.
All right, that was a lot, but it was just the idea. I mean, just their reactions. I would love to see the script for that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I got to work on the text to get Nick to every time he reads something, he reacts that way. I'm working on it right now. I'm talking to a.
They were no longer little girls; they were little women. Am I frozen right now?
You are.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
I thought you
I was
were
like-
really enjoying this the whole
I
time.
really thought he was too. I was like, he usually doesn't smile for that long.
Your hex work.
Or at all.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to restart my thing. So talk amongst yourselves, and actually, I want to see George's recap. So why don't we start that?
Oh, okay. Well, it's the first Tuesday in January, so it's that time of year. It is time for the VCR Party Live 2023 entertainment audit. We count up the most important things that occurred over the last year, and this year we were assisted by the accounting firm of Nolte and Pachowski.
Oh, that was nice.
There they are. And we also got help this year from the good people at Pond 5.
Oh, I love their work.
And what they want to make sure that they want to get their name out. So each factoid is going to be sponsored by a clip.
Oh.
Also, a guy named N. Pruer helped with this.
Okay.
Link this information. So there were 52 episodes of VCR Party Live, 27 episodes of Saturday morning cartoons, 8 episodes of Bastard Tapes and Strange Show, 5 episodes of Midnight Rental, 6 episodes of Saturday Morning Dinah Show with Tim, Skip, and Roy. That's
look at that content
that you
churning it out,
and your associates have given to the people, and that information is sponsored by the clip "Enthusiastic, Happy, Surprised Man Reading Good News Using Mobile Phone Outdoors" by Pond 5.
Thank you so much for sponsoring.
Okay, and then of course there is everything's a competition. So this year we did the tongue-touching tonguement,
the
toilement, the toe-tapping tournament, Mask Me Another 3, VCR Smarty, I think 4. I'll have to look. Maybe 5, and then the Jim's Coins remix with Jim.
Yeah,
that was huge.
Yeah,
Madison.
That toilement was we got to do that annually. We got to pick a month to do the toilement because that turned out really well. I was happy with that. Also, this year there's going to be a new one for Nick's birthday. We are going to have the
Nicky-mint?
the Nicky-mint, where we all take a guy from a VHS tape that we have somewhere here that looks like Nick, and we have them go Nick to Nick.
February 6th episode. That's going to be a big biggie. So
and that's sponsored by the clip "Upset Businessman Loudly Yells Waving Hands from Rage at Office Workplace." It's an awful lot like my dad.
He's enraged.
Yeah,
he's had enough. He can't take it anymore.
Yeah. So thanks. Then, of course, this year we lost Jack Rebney, but we met Mr. Nasty at VHS Fest in Honing.
Let us all in a prayer. Yep.
So
twice.
But that information is brought to you by the clip "Young Insane Man Dresses Chef with Cucumbers, Crazy Male Cook with Vegetables."
Wait, what? Oh,
this is.
I see.
Yeah. So that's the clip. We're almost done. Don't worry.
That's a good sponsor.
Yeah. Hard get, but okay. Then
who would ever use that clip? Who would ever possibly use that clip?
I think a Melinda might, but we
you're a producer. Would you ever use that clip?
Nick? Steve, I called Steve Nick. I have COVID.
I can't think of a reason why I would use it.
Okay.
But Chop and Steal and Life on the Farm are in theaters. They're streaming. They're available as physical media.
There we go.
Chop and Steal won Best Documentary at Film Threats Award this.
Yes, we did.
Driver 23 in theaters and on Blu-ray. You guys are expanding out your empire.
Yes, distribution.
And that is sponsored by the clip "Silly Sledding Skeleton in Winter Hat and Glasses on Snow Hill." I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And then finally,
I've been needing that clip.
Yeah, well, Pond 5's there for you. And
good.
finally, Volume 10 tour began this year. The Blu-ray, DVD, VHS released 54 live shows, including VHS Fest, Fantastic Fest, and MelindaCon 2, where Joe almost died and everyone else got COVID except for me.
Yep.
who got
Till
it
now.
last week. Yeah.
Yep, you're a late bloomer.
It's more live shows than I thought, but yeah, okay, cool.
And that's brought to you by Laughing to the Bank concept, man getting rich.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yes,
right.
that's us.
Yeah, we're laughing
That's
all the way to
us.
the bank.
Yeah.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
And just one last thank you to the good people at the accounting firm of Nolte and Pachowski LLC.
Mhm. Oh,
there
names
they
you can
are.
trust. Names you can trust.
They're also the in-house counsel at Pond 5, so that's where they got this. But yep,
Yeah.
that's the year
What a year.
numbers.
That's great. That's great. I think the bad news is that we're still in this hellhole. We have not found our ticket out of this hellhole. We're still working on it, but maybe in 2024, we'll find our ticket out of this hellhole.
Our goal is to get more patronage, to continue to provide more great shows for you, and to see you on the road. So come see us if you can. We're hitting a lot of cities this year. You can find all that info at foundfootagefest.com. Should we get one more check-in on the voting?
One more check-in, and then they have until what'd you say, 5 o'clock next week? So tell
Yeah.
your friends and
On Tuesday. Okay,
Everybody
let
weigh
me share this. And I think we're going to go out on more cowboy butts, if that's okay with you guys.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. What are we doing for EP on Thursday? We want to watch one of these videos that we're talking about?
I think you talked about doing more of what was the one you talked about?
How to hit a man 11 times or more in 1 second or less. We should start there.
So Diane Thomas is at 45%, Video Mate at 30. Somebody said the Scherzies might be the Ralph Nader of this election, costing Video Mate, but we'll see. I mean, we'll find out what the pollsters have to say and all the pundits, but So thank you so much for everybody who watched this year and who saw us at shows. Saturday Morning Cartoons is off for January. We'll be back soon with Caitlin and the whole gang, and going out on cowboy butts. But for all of us here in 2023 and 2024, we'll be right back right after these words.
Yep, and we did our best this year, but if we had been prepared, we could have done better.
Check out Grade A Studios and Everybody's a Puppet one today.
The Hot Pepper.
When we return, Dr. Selner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
In 8.
My nose isn't for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Cheerio.
Have a good day.
Sizzler.
Tinkerbell.
We'll be right back right after that. Good luck from all of us at Hagen.
And Kurt Polstead, the real great guy.
Nice, nice.
Goodbye.
Jim's coins in Hilldale.